In June of 2003, there was a two-day regional workshop held here in Napa, and at the time it was coordinated by Kate Dargan, who was the county fire marshal at the time. Kate was a great colleague and a great visionary, and also a lot of energy, and pulled a group of people together and introduced us to a program called Firewise, which was a national campaign to prepare communities, essentially to assist people in sharing the responsibilities with the fire service in order to protect their communities from the effects of devastating wildfires. Our volunteers, the 4 or 5 volunteers that have been helping us all along, are the absolute backbone to our program.
I'm a forester and have been for 40 years, and more than that, and I'm an arborist as well. It's been really a joy to be able to add my expertise to the Firewise team. We have a pretty dynamic group that brings skills from a lot of sources, and I think we're making a difference in the communities in Napa. We've targeted 16 of them, and I think we're through about 10 now. And what we're doing is to try and raise awareness of the fire problem.
It's important to understand that the fire history of Napa County, the recorded history anyway, goes back maybe 50 or 60 years, and during this time, half of the county, or over 250,000 acres, has burned at least once. And getting this kind of knowledge to people to help them understand the risk that they live within and around is part of the job of Napa Firewise.
The big fires down in Santa Barbara, Montecito, 2 years ago, they said that the fire brands, the firestorms, the embers were as much as 6 and 7 miles ahead of the fire front because of the Santa Ana winds. Well, you look at Napa County, 500,000 acres. If you look on the floor, which is the economic hub of why there is a Napa County, the whole valley at its widest point is about 3 miles. But on a typical red flag day, if we had a fire east of 29, if you like, in the hillsides, it would rain destruction on Napa Valley. So the economic impact to tourism, the hospitality industry, the insurance industry, the whole, it would be disastrous.
I don't think we can prevent ignitions. What we can do is prevent spread that loses houses and injures people. Then we won't see the human misery that is accompanied when people lose homes and even family members.
The Deer Park fire 2 years ago, maybe it's been last year, 2 years or a year ago, how that really helped some properties, and the one that did burn up on Crestmont did not have defensible space. So even though it may not directly affect your house, we all have a vested interest in maintaining a good, clean brush space and defensible space area, because it does directly affect you.
Defensible space is an area or a concept by which firefighters and the homeowner are in an environment that's safe in the event that an oncoming fire is approaching their home. Through a process of starting very close to the perimeter of the home, which we call the ignition zone, the home ignition zone, we work out, if you can imagine, in concentric bands away from the home, and we modify that environment. And it can be as simple as moving firewood or patio furnishings away from the home in the event that they ignited would not ignite the structure. The further out you get in each band, say from 10 to 30 feet, you can then start to adapt the vegetation by leaving only specimen pieces, removing the highly volatile pyrophytes, and then from there, as the further out you get, the less work you have to do, but really creating a zone of an area where firefighters could protect your home, and also where they feel safe enough to operate and commit to that piece of property or that parcel in order to protect the home.
One of my goals is to create a wild landscape that will allow a fire to burn through us without burning us out, so that it will go around our areas of value.
One of the benchmark programs of Napa Firewise has been our free chipping program, available to residents throughout the county as they prepare defensible space around their homes and property. And to date, we've chipped more than 400,000 cubic yards of material, which is fairly significant.
This isn't something new, and it isn't something that if you go and take care of shrubs and brush and and weed whacking and all the things that you do to make it safe. It isn't something you do and forget. It's an everyday, every year experience.
So we do believe again that we'll be successful with keeping the program going partially by grants from donations and generally the support of our elected officials, our County Board of Supervisors. They've been extremely supportive of this program. Our fire chiefs and all of the communities are very much behind Napa Firewise and our prevention efforts, but we will need the community support to keep this going year after year.